What's up, guys? We're back. NS versus GenG Game 1, a full review this time. Watching NS beat KT just looked pretty sloppy and bad overall. So, and it's not like NS was necessarily that much better either. I mean, they definitely were doing well at certain points, but I just felt like KT's errors just kind of piled up and NS just was able to capitalize. GenG is a completely different beast, right? I mean, they have some killer players. So I'm very curious how NS actually lines up against them.
Same skin, energy, right? They both have the Battle Academia skins ruler on the Ezreal and Leona.
The comps, it's like we have Ashe Braum, Ezreal, Ezreal Leona, and prior in other metas, you would take Ezreal into Ashe for the 1v1. And Ashe is not OP, by the way. By any means, in the current meta, Ashe is not OP. Most teams just pick her just because she has some strength in the early, and then obviously she has her 6, and then also scouting for movement. But her damage definitely took a hit from the nerfs that they did to her. Yone versus Set, so they're playing a 2. And this is like the only thing that can be a little problematic. Also, I just realized I do not have Epic Pen open. Perfect. Give me 1 second. Okay, we have it. They're playing 2 counters that are more like, how do you describe it? They're like neutralizers. Neutralizer. They're not necessarily going to out DPS these picks by any means. They shouldn't. He can win in the beginning. Eventually, it will become problematic for him because the way Rumble builds, he builds Leandries and then he builds the spell vamp items. So he kind of gets too tanky and he heals with Conquer. So it's like, yeah, this guy will lose later. In the beginning, he can hold off, right? So you're playing a lot on your Nidalee and your Ezreal to do the work. If they can't, then this guy kind of supports these picks a lot better compared to them. So yeah, we will see what GenG can do.
So
they have pretty.
Spotted it, so
and the dive is not bad. Rumble's not happy about a swap.
And so just going to get some deep wardage in. Kingen likewise up on the top side. That does get spotted.
They both got heavy wards.
And everybody's favorite meta, the lane swap meta. We are currently living in it, but will we see the lanes swapped in this game? As the Ashe Braum is heading bot.
Okay, looks like they're not going to punish. It seemed like they were going to try and catch you between the towers. Not going to happen.
Right, they're starting in the top jungle, though. That's kind of wild.
You see the Gideon going for a little bit of top side as he knows his bot side jungle is being
taking on the little chickens, right? Looking for a bunch of these deny. A lot of XP. He will
did
have
he
to
get any?
flash here, as he's just
yeah, he
until the very
did.
last moments to do so. Just gonna back, and then he's going to flash.
I mean,
so kind of
he loses flash TP, but the Vice start is kind of stuck. And the Nidalee also started the bot side. Actually, it's kind of weird to me that.
And everybody's favorite swaps.
So Nidalee is definitely better than Vi, right, in the level 1. But I'm kind of unsure why they didn't have the confidence to reinvade when they have Ashe Braum. Like, for one, they're not, like, their dual lane's not top, right? So, like, they're not lane swapping, right? Like, this is not happening, so it's kind of just like a blind trial to go for this. And Galio Nidalee is probably a lot scarier and set to... I don't know.
As the Ashe Braum is heading bot.
Pretty sure NS could have done this differently than accepting the situation as is.
Right now, where the minion waves are, we're locked into standard lanes. It's a little bit too late to switch it up now. You see the Gideon going for a little bit of on top side as he knows his bot side jungle is being threatened.
I mean, Galio's pretty good at taking on
But okay, so I mean, he does this, loses flash, loses TP, but the Nidalee is far ahead in her camp here compared to Vi. So what can Nidalee do? Because Nidalee, she takes the red, she can cross back up and take the red Krugs while his bot lane covers.
And I feel like King should be able to lock it down. Even without his flash, I mean, Galio, though, you have to play
Set would have to ward just in case, but the chances of Vi crossing back in the top right away is not very high. Like, because he didn't even hit level 2 off that camp, he has to do his full blue side before he'll get around to it. So let's see what happens. Set doesn't have a ward.
Yeah, I think, you know, the amount of wave that Galio has...
See,
not gonna happen as Keen continues to push in.
I mean, like, personally, I would have preferred warding upwards for the red as set, though it doesn't look like he actually would have had the best angle to do it. The Braum left the bot lane to boost the red invade and give support, so I like that. Because in the end of the day, if you look at the wave, I mean, like, did Jiwoo lose too much, though, for doing this, him doing this? It looks like they were already kind of losing out of the situation, especially because Nidalee was a split map situation, so they can't, like, it's not a bad trade is not a good trade. Like, even for, like, if, like, Ezreal or Leona did a bad trade, it's good for them, right? Because of, like, Nidalee being on bot. So if bot lane was not really going to change the situation, then I'm cool with that, because the Braum enables the Vi to secure the red and the Krugs, which is the most important thing. Like, if Vi did not get those camps, the game would be really bad.
Which gives pressure in the other side. So now Jiro's roamed up, Kanyen's here, and Fish is doing the correct move, which is playing very safe because he knows he is definitely under potential threat if he overextends.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about
the Vi, okay, yeah, the Nidalee's not gonna. Oh, is he gonna go for it? So like, if the Braum and the Ashe open bot, they might have been able to find the Nidalee, but they're actually swapping up on this timer to match the Ezreal. They don't know that it's Ezreal's doing this until now. So they were already doing it from the get-go.
Doing the correct move, which is playing very safe because he knows he is assist Jiwoo, which gives important here is that whenever you make a move like that, you go and you get pressure elsewhere, but then you have to come
Does
back
it look like the top wave is
in the other side. So
frozen? I can't really tell.
Which is playing very safe because he knows he is definitely under potential threat if he overextends.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about the set.
The thing is, this is not really a bonus for GenG because I feel like I'd rather play for the dragon if I was GenG at this point, especially with how the camps are going to spawn. He's probably going to be able to take his 2 bot camps as well, right? I would be cool if the Leo checked the wrap just to see if that was up. But their Galio doesn't have TP. Oh, this guy TP'd bot? Because the wave bounced out, right? So he's like kind of progressively losing.
Fish is doing the correct move, which is playing very safe because he knows he is you go and pressure in the other side. So now Jiro's roamed up, Kanyen's here, and Fish is doing the correct move, which is playing very safe because he knows he is
and the Rumble's still doing the wave. So Kingen is not. Kingen, the second Galio leaves, Kingen probably should start his base to head bot, but he didn't. So he's really delayed. The wave is now frozen, technically frozen for Nidalee Leona. But it looks like these guys cleared it right away. Yeah, why did he wait? Why did they clear the wave right away on top side? Because if the Nidalee's gonna base into top, you could play for gank, which is not bad at all. And it's not even the timer that you really want to play around yet for the map.
We're gonna see a response here from Notion as the TP comes out from Kingen to match.
Well, you know, Gideon needs to be there really, right?
By repurposing this wave and shoving it in, like, what does that do? Now these guys aren't under any threat. So I guess the Leo's gonna take a base.
Yeah, absolutely does. In this game,
she's gonna take a surprise base off that. But, I mean, yeah, she got a 5, but like she doesn't have wards, so it doesn't really matter.
Especially in those later game team fights, and be more than just an arrow. Because Gideon is here. This is a set. Can they do anything to it? As Toby's level 6 and Fisher is Q for good measure, so Toby really doesn't care about that setup.
It is what it is, but like also, I don't know. I feel like NS kind of gave up some of their advantage, and Ruler also could have gone more out of that from that situation. Like, so now the team that had Galio with no TP
Dragon instead.
Yeah.
And Rumble had TP advantage. Get nothing. And I get why Rumble did have the TP after the fact, because the wave is bouncing out. He would drop a lot of CS if he didn't TP. Like, I mean, he would be just dropping XP, right? So he screwed up his base, not thinking about it. The duo swap top was fine. Because of the Rumble situation.
15.3 or 25. The naming convention changed like 8 times.
25. No. 22, 20.25.
At least they got the dragon, right? They got something out of it.
I don't think that's right. I think that's right. I think it's S25. Whatever.
We're not very good with change over here at the LCK.
Anyway,
we like things the way they were.
You did get there a little bit. That's what I'm trying to make, you know. So maybe Grubbian has re-examined his priority.
Yeah, I mean, it feels very good to get 6.
And this is solos are in good positions though. So that's the only worry right now I have for. Ooh, that was pretty sick.
If you lose the first 3, there's a lot
That
of
was
pressure
actually
to
pretty
just
sick.
kind of go all in for the grubs.
Ulting him, taking him
Jovi's
into
got
the
an angle
Nilly
here,
Sphere.
just kinda sets it
Woo-wee!
up. Seemed very obvious. They blocked the ult.
I mean, that's it. He doesn't need to fucking go for this, by the way. Like, he has
Fisher
nothing
does flash
built.
away,
That's on him.
forward.
Like, it's a level 1
With the hand, it
W.
really takes his head off.
You're not
Fisher
gonna
will
get it, bro.
Jovi.
No.
Nope. Nope, not even. We saw that 5-6 seconds ahead of time.
Oh, the hands didn't block it though. They didn't matter at all, but he didn't.
He didn't do it, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Paying attention.
ultimately...
Now the
plays-
Galio uses his TP on top side when it's a cannon wave. That's egregious.
6 seconds ahead of time.
Oh, the hands
Why
didn't
would
block
he
it,
do that? He's doing that basically so he can try to burn this wave and deny it.
Actually really good for Fisher.
Because the Rumble is still bot.
Nope.
And the Rumble won't know that he's basing until now. So the Rumble will never be able to answer it.
Well, ultimately, that plays actually really good for Fisher.
So Keen is seeing his TP as a way to deny something, but because it's a cannon wave, there won't be as much lost. It does settle them in a like lane state where Rumble is bot, right? Yeah, Rumble's bot against their duo, which is not grand, but I guess at least the Ashe gets to dodge the lane more. And the Braum went bot to recover. The Ashe can't really do too much to the Galio. I mean, like, the Galio can definitely get on top of the Ashe.
So Fisher gets away. They both don't have flash, no ults.
I'm trying to think if the Braum has to recover bot. He definitely needs to get vision down here, that's for sure. But these guys don't have enough gold from their support item to get their sight stone.
Jovi just going for the play to seal count, so it's not like he has a lot of damage. So Fisher gets away. They both don't have flash, no ults, and we're just farming. Jovi is ahead on the farm.
Yeah, I think as well, not to play still much damage, but the big thing is you take damage, and then your haymaker deals a lot more, and Fisher wasn't really doing much damage in return.
Yeah, whereas in trades like this, Jovi probably going to enjoy that.
Their 2v2 is not half bad. The Rumble Braum, it's really not half bad. So they're like okay with the situation. If the especially if the Ashe is just gonna be fine against the Galio, and they're not gonna really pull anything, yeah, pretty happy. But if you notice, they're taking a base and they're setting back up to play for the grubs again. The Galio does not have TP once again, and honestly, in many cases, the set could have just gone bot here. I mean, like, he needs to catch this wave. He should let this fall in, kill it, base. You're pretty much losing this wave bot side already, no matter what. I mean, like, this is just gone, right? Because you're switching the Ezreal up here. The Galio could go mid, and the set could go bot with TP, and this would look really good. Like, this looks pretty good. If you notice, the Ashe also has the base. She hasn't based yet. So, like, he's going to go down. He's going to go up. You're going to go down. You're going to go up. It's not bad. It's really not bad.
Ju loves his Ashe. He's playing the Ashe.
But they're setting the Galio bot instead. The set, again, like I said, the set should base. He's doing another. The Ashe is lane locked. Ruler's keeping this guy preoccupied. At this point, it looks like... So the Galio's gonna instantly do the bot wave and shift. So they are actually getting the right lane assignments. I wonder if that's better.
That 180 carry that can deal with a composition like this, that is well crafted.
Because the Galio would have gone mid at this point, and he would have cleared this wave, and then he'd be moving in the river. I guess it's just the preference, right? I mean, in the end of the day, you would have the TP online for the set, but they do send the set into bot, which is correct. The main difference is that you don't have someone on the wave sitting around mid already. Like, the Galio would already be in this vicinity. So this is, like, really, really safe. Like, they still don't have TP on Yone. And if Rumble's the one who's showing mid at all, you instantly just take it, right? And you'll win. It's a 5v4. Unless the Yone is dropping bot, it's a 5v4.
About 10 CS per minute. And I think mid-game, when you get like
so these guys, you know, they see them entering, and they're like, oh, dude, this is they can't do this. Unfortunately, they can because they're skipping the bot wave, using the Ashe arrow, but the Ashe still hasn't based yet. Like, it's cool that they got the flash, but they're still not gonna be able to take it, right? Like, the grubs are gone, and so now they have to think about the dragon, right? So if they're still eyeing it, I mean, like, this can't be good, right?
Who's going all in, has to flash the solar flare though, and cannot end Canyon's life here on the Nidalee. The spears are also flying.
Surely this could have gone better, no? I mean, like, for one,
you know,
the Galio should never go mid.
a little bit
By the way, like, you're on this, stay on it. Like, the biggest issue people always have is playing for waves and the objective at the same time. You know, like, you want to min-max it, right? But this matters the most, and they, like, yeah, he's showing here, that's good. The Ezreal shouldn't even try to harass, he should just move over. The Galio should play in this pocket, and then just play to collect this when it's gonna crash. That's it. That's all he has to do, nothing else. I mean, if you think the Galio can move over so you can just R, I guess, but they are gonna pressure you. They will. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. Unless, like, they're already saying it's gone, let's leave. But I think it's because they saw the Galio move away. That's why they walked in.
At the end of the day, they did use their Ash Arrow, so GenG take the opportunity to just take a grub down.
And then they TP.
Now, but at the end of the day, they did use their Ash Arrow.
That ward's pretty good for them. Not gonna lie, the ward is pretty damn good.
Now Duro in the front line, they do have a lot of peel, but Canyon getting dove right now by Gideon, who's going.
I'm really surprised Gideon got so much value out of this. I mean, Duro's an idiot, by the way. Like, what the hell is he doing? Like, I just want you to notice, like, he's trying to E the Braum, which does not matter at all, by the way. Like, just save your spell. Like, why is he not just queuing this guy? Technically, Gideon is inting, no? I mean, I'm just looking at this. It actually still looks pretty inting, no? For NS? He gets queued. He gets R'd. He gets Galio R'd. He's dead. He's literally dead. He's done. How is this his decision making here? What?
Probably just dying, but at the end of the day, they did use their Ash Arrow, so GenG take the opportunity.
Dude, what am I missing? He's actually dead. He's fucking dead. He's dead on my screen. And if he's not dead, it's going to be really, really bad. This is not a good fight for NS. So what King did is fine. Actually, honestly, him leaving and him having the R, I think that's fine. Duro played this horribly, and they actually were successful in pushing Canyon out, which is wild. Yeah, that's pretty bad. So Canyon's out of the fight. Our Ezreal is doing really well. We just have to let our Ezreal cook. Just let our Ezreal cook. Okay, we killed that guy, but why did Duro go forward? Because we just used all of our spells on this guy. Okay, Duro kills himself.
Kingen in the front line, but doesn't have any support from his team as Ruler. He's on the chase. The flash forward. This one is a good one on the Ezreal as he does try to chase them down, looking for 7 seconds on his ult. The damage will live.
Did Duro really have to go on this? I swear to God, he didn't have to go on this. I think you're gonna just have Ruler just hit them progressively, and it's fine. And then if they still want to entertain, so be it. But, like, man, he really didn't have to do that.
The Q is huge for Lands. 1 second, there it is, but they spot it when they see it coming. Too obvious.
Yeah, they did manage to get 1 grub, so denying the full 6 from GenG, but really licking their wounds as they back away from this one. Every single flash bin, I believe, there by the side of Nongshim. So the initial play looks okay from Gideon. The problem is, this TP is quite late for Fisher, he immediately taunted. So Canyon survives, he can play on the outskirts of the fight, he locks those spears. Not really concerned that he's low. And listen, so Fisher still has ult, and you actually look at CC chains, tries to use TF, but doesn't get it off in time. Yeah. I think really, if Canyon's gone down, if Fisher was able to get the fight a bit sooner, I actually think Nongshim's initiation was good, but they just didn't have the follow-through against a competition with like Ezreal, with Nidalee. If you don't take him out quickly, you can get harassed.
You definitely will. Zero in a bit of trouble. A nice little player might be able to just head it out a bit. Ruler also gonna block that Q, so he does get out alive. But yeah, I mean, Nongshim's composition, if you've got everything layered, it's fantastic. But, you know, we saw like the equalizer coming down, like the vials onto 1, but not really immediate follow-up. King kind of showing up a little bit late afterwards. Not a little bit all over the place, whereas GenG were able to revive as a fight menu and just feel.
Yeah, and to be really clear, with a competition like Nongshim's, I don't think it's that hard of a competition to play, but you really have to be crisp.
So GenG did end up getting the dragon, so pretty big for them. With 5 grubs, they really need to push down these turrets more.
Right now, we do have Geo with the Wild Arrows. Fisher doesn't quite have the laser ranking yet. Those 1 spikes are nice, but really Geo needs to stack up.
Getting their lane assignments correct.
So the goalie isn't huge right now, but I feel like really GenG on quite a big advantage with the steal game for the competition right now.
Now we got a little setup here. Actually, Zero once again being bullied. He does not have flash. Might just be a free kill here.
He is just dead. Wow.
Right now, we do have Geo with the Unital.
Really? It's just because their lane assignments are weird.
A bit. Ruler also gonna block that Q, so he does get out alive.
I mean, like, the bot lane spot, right? We're taking the wave.
Yeah, all the healing and stuff, it's rough. But we do have Mountain Soul. GenG not only
small sliver of HP, that will be fight losing.
Against Italy as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
with all the healing and stuff, it's rough. By the way, we do have Mountain Soul. GenG, not only
At
did
this
they get
point,
the 5 grubs, they did get,
I'm okay with Ezreal doing the bot wave. This is fine. Top lane's vibing. He shows, so now we're switching. So we're behind the map, okay? So we're gonna be behind the map on a wave. So the Yone can move on this wave, so we don't fight. This is a no fighting situation. And Canyon's is doing it, Duro gets pulled in, Duro gets killed. Yeah, if you notice, like, yeah, as you can tell, like I said, in the Galio matchup, it's good in the beginning. Like, people do pick it to neutralize the Rumble in the beginning, but eventually you will just die. Like, it's just not gonna work. So, good shit by Lehens, good shit by NS overall, just skip the pick. Ezreal has no flash, so there's a real chance you can fish for cleanse, but we have the Herald coming up. So we don't really just want to use it for the cleanse at this point, you're kind of saving the R for the right situation. Chovy moved first, but he has TP.
Yeah, Nongshim is there. They can only tank for so long. Yeah.
I think it's because once Chovy realizes that it's going to be Rumble, he knows he loses the Rumble. I'm almost certain he will lose the Rumble, so he just shifts now. But these guys need to hit this objective, like, now. Like, if Set's moving, you have to hit it now. And no one... Set can sit on this pink, so Set should be on this pink, right? And run if something happens. Duro can be here. And just take the Herald. And that's about it. And if he needs to walk up to get the wave, like the Galio, that's okay. That works. That's fine. Because he has R.
So maybe we see something like that later on this one. But right now, GenG started.
I don't think I mean, like, so he does have to run because these guys end up just walking into him. I wonder if Ezreal needs to be on this objective. I don't think so. I think it's just Nidalee and... Maybe Galio should hit it. Galio and Nidalee tag teaming this, and then Ezreal can sit in this pocket and poke people, which is kind of what they need to do, to be honest, especially because Galio could be melee, and Nidalee can actually be range and, like, move this way and throw spears. Because if they're not doing this, they will lose in a all-in situation, no? Like, at full HP on both sides, like, they have way more damage.
Like that later on this one.
But so Ezreal's not poking, the Set gives up the position, Leo can't hold this spot alone.
Yeah. She's on the flank. I mean, TP's coming in, but it's in the mid lane. The Rift Herald's already down, pretty much. So
they get it.
One smite away, that's going to do it. The engage comes in from Duro, but... one eye hit, one smite away. That's going to do it in the mid lane. The Rift
he didn't R right away.
Down, pretty much. So one eye hit, one smite away. That's going to do it. The engage comes in from Duro.
They do get it in the end.
Not a big follow-up.
And they do DPS it fast enough.
Able to get away from the
I just want to see how this progresses because it's like... He's going to get cooked. He didn't have flash either. Oh, fuck. That guy's dead. That's really bad. They get the Herald, but it really doesn't matter because the kills is way more important for the game. Like, again, they just need to get the solos going, and they're so screwed. Well played, Lehens. That's rough. That's not good. That's really bad for GenG. Can't believe they did double neutralizers though. Usually you only do one pick like that, and then you'll do a contested pick so you can actually have more threat. But doing everything based on the Nidalee and Ezreal, the Vi is dead even CS. It's not good. It's not looking good for GenG.
It's definitely not a clear one for them.
Yeah. And as spectators and casters, we definitely wanted Nongshim to come out swinging to make this interesting because if they kind of fell flat and just let GenG just walk all over them, lose the game very quickly. Wasn't going to be a very fun series, but Nongshim coming out fighting right from the get-go. and looking crisp. You know, DK yesterday came out very slow, but then eventually made it interesting to lose the series. But I like that Gnome just like they're right from game one. They're fighting, not scared of GenG. They know when they can go. They're listening to their young. Yeah,
Galio can't win any side. He needs help from Nidalee to do anything.
It can really be for less experienced teams to throw you off the game. Like, oh, shouldn't go for a fight here. You know, they've outplayed because they're stacked up. I think having someone like no, this is the right fight. Really goes a long way. Using the hope there, not ideal. And again, this is kind of common with Ezreal on the other side.
They need a fish for sums. So like, you know, while we have this dead time, especially like before, like, you know, Otacon, right? We needed to start fishing for Leona Rs, especially like because this fight ends at 1800, right? Ideally, the Nidalee would come mid one time before doing the bot camps and just see what they're gonna do. And like just Hex Flash, like R, get the cleanse by Jiwoo and go off that, right? Do something like that. But they're not really fishing. And if you're not fishing, then it's like, what are we gonna do? Like, we're just gonna trade the waves? Like, I guess Ruler's like kind of like poking Jiwoo up, which is awesome, but they need more vision than this. But they are getting a pick on Rumble. Like, I don't know why Rumble is like, once Rumble does this, the Vi's connecting, like, the Vi should stay here the whole time. The Rumble should walk down. They do have TP on Fisher, but the Rumble should just walk down. And if they walk in, you could just fight them. And it's pretty damn good. Like, Leo would probably die, because he doesn't have Flash. Like, yeah, they have Galio R, but if they use Galio R that way, you're probably chilling. You have the mid turret to run back to. But they don't. He goes for the grab, and then Rumble's cheating this way. If they get pushed out, they don't even think about tracing up to follow them. So they kind of just abandon Kingen.
And getting huge amount of values with the
so
he's kind of dead. Let's see.
He's definitely just dead.
Kingen trying to turn this one around, but he's already dead.
Yeah.
Fisher who's behind any line. All the way, it's blocked by a tank. Galio. He's way though. He is fine, but that was not clean.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah, Fisher definitely should not have TP'd. And now they lost TP and 2 flashes, which is not ideal. And now GenG can play. This is all they have to think about. Okay, their solos have no flash. The Ashe is not very strong. Look to play on the solos in the fights. Pretty much that, okay?
Yeah, he burns his flash, he burns his ult. Still not off cooldown here, so I mean, at this point in the game, it's still very early to just like rush down an Otacon, but he's not breaks.
If the Nidalee wants to, she actually could make a play on the set lane even. These guys will never I don't think they will DPS the Otacon fast enough, and usually starting Otacon, if you're not like going all in on it, the debuff on the MR and armor is pretty rough.
Vision control here in the top river, actually. Poke looking to try to land here from the side of GenG. It's essentially Duro just playing front line and allowing Ruler and Canyon to just poke him down. Look at you. Darrow's gonna hit, but yeah, he gets cleansed. Follow up here from the side of GenG. Thinking about a fight. Duro going in. The follow is very slow. The 2-step rounds 2 damage, but Darrow's really he'll come through. Looking to try to land here from the side of Gen. Big.
Well, so the way I guess GenG's gonna play this is they're just gonna poke them.
Vision control up here.
I mean, they're just looking for poke. That's it.
As Poke looking to try to land here from the side of GenG, it's essentially.
And Ruler's getting a hell of a lot of value, but you don't have to go in. I mean, don't get me wrong. It does look like Jiwoo's inting here, right? Like, you could throw the Leo R and the guy will have to cleanse 100%.
Look at Jiwoo. The arrow's gonna hit, but
I wonder if he should have went first, because the Galio's coming down. It's probably good. I think this is their timing to actually just go.
Just playing frontline and allowing Ruler and Canyon to.
Dude, you just toss it. No? He has to cleanse. If you throw the Leo R and then you just keep walking, he's gonna have to flash away. Even if he cleanses, he's gonna have to flash away. The Ezreal, I'm pretty sure he has E, which places him here. This is pretty bad by NS. Like, the way they're contesting this is pretty bad. They don't even have TP on Fisher. So, like, the only person who can help answer this is Rumble. They're getting away with, like, murder.
Just poke him down. I mean, look at Jiwoo.
Oh, man. And so, like, Jiwoo goes first and throws the Ashe arrow. So Ruler has to, like, back away.
Frontline and allowing Ruler and Canyon to just poke him down. I mean, look at Jiwoo.
You know, I'm actually genuinely curious. If he cleanses this, and he just sits there and fights with his E up still, and the Leo R comes out, like, isn't he fine? I'm pretty sure Ezreal is, like, perfectly fine, and Ruler should have more confidence, but Duro, dude, What is Duro actually doing? Like, to me, this guy is like inting this entire situation. He can go.
Yeah, you get his cleanse.
Bro, like, it took him so long to decide what to do, and then when he finally goes in, he just dies.
The true shot barrage is huge damage, but Duro should be traded back. No, the heal comes through, and he will survive for a little bit longer. As TP's now being called in from both sides. Jiwoo just too low to really do anything, though. Has to back away, has no mana.
I don't know, man. That was wild. That was wildly bad by Duro. And he needs to wake up because he is their go button, and he is doing a terrible job.
Maybe something here onto Keen, but he's going in, actually trying to keep him in the icon circle. That's not gonna work. They get a kill on him. Now that they're coming out, you gotta back on.
He's in such trouble here.
Yeah, he does have a splash, might have to burn it, but GenG not fully committed to the fight themselves as well, so.
Yeah, I think they'll be down, remember, even with Kingen pushing low, they're like constantly approaching, they're happy to force them off. Like, okay, Keen died, we stopped doing what I can. It's kind of reverse of the play that happened earlier where Kingen died, like, okay, we stopped, that's enough. But here, Duro does so much damage, the arrow is great, honestly, you can do it during the cleanse and the Galley Wolf. And then Lang does a good job of scrolling out, but this heal that comes in keeps Duro alive at 466 health. I think if that hadn't kept him alive there, maybe Nongshim would have a little bit more. You know, health bars start to get low, you're seeing value from Nans from the Ash. And here, I think Keen's plan was, he's tanking that can, if I see CM on top of it, I trade 1 for 1, but it didn't quite work out, I think I'm a little bit tankier than he anticipated.
So we're back at it.
Yeah, a lot of
The Vi is on bot side with Baron coming up. She's stealing the blue. We're making a cross-map play
but yeah, a lot of
when our Vi is bot side.
And then here,
why?
Anticipated. But yeah, a lot of back and forth in this game.
Did they know where Nidalee is? Because Nidalee's not showing on bot side right now.
We're maybe going for a fight, but Kingen and the rest of them are like, okay, bring it. You want to fight? Let's go. As Keen, once again, not really able to do much. Chovy is already low. Toby's going in as Keen is going out, but will return with the knocks up 2. And now Ruler's got an angle here
Ruler.
on Jiwoo, and that is a
Ruler.
big deal. Jiwoo's going to go down already.
Protect him?
As Ruler
Protect Ruler?
He's able to
Oh,
do
he fucking missed his Q.
And meanwhile, we got this fight
That's on them.
Want to fight? Let's go.
So this is not the worst. I mean, this is obviously a good fight for GenG because Vi is just not fucking here. So I don't know why NS is like offering this situation. And yeah, like Keen's getting shit on. Now it's Duro's time to do something. Where's Duro's R? Dude, why did he?
Fight, but Kingen and the rest of them are like, okay.
Okay, explain this to me. How come he can't just run straight at this guy in this moment? Surely he can, right?
You want to fight? Let's go.
Like, I'm pretty okay him doing like an R here. Yeah, the Yon's kind of going. Maybe it's not bad to get this guy to eat outward. Obviously, he could have eat forward, and it would have been a problem for Keen still anyways. And they did use the Brahmar.
Yeah, not really able to do much. Chovy is already low. Toby's going in.
But if I'm looking at Duro, like once Duro does this, like why does he go around? Like they see the Vi crossing on mid. Like he should be down to clown, and that Ezreal's gonna follow you. I wonder if it's too fast though. I guess he has to sit.
Do much.
He should sit in this pocket, but actually he might not be able to initiate. Because if you look at the Ezreal's position, if he, like, for instance, if Leo went in now, the Ezreal's not doing shit. So for sure, him waiting is correct. Chovy goes in, which is a great timing. I mean, they kind of forgot about him, you know? I mean, like, he is sitting here, but yeah, they definitely kind of... They definitely didn't think about it. Jiwoo has to run out. The Ezreal pumps this guy. Amazing, okay? Now he's got the Vi on his ass. So this, I wish they didn't actually go as hard, because if he actually turns, if they turn on this guy sooner, 4 people live, and they take the Otacon. But they chase, which this does happen, even to the best players, this does happen. I know I do this mistake sometimes, where, you know, you win the fight initially, right? So the fight's winning, right? Like you killed Ashe, you killed Braum, you're in a winning state. So now you just have to decide what do we need to focus on next. And it's just realizing who's the real threat. Like once Vi uses R and your HP is still this high, he's not doing anything to you. So like either Canyon needs to peel off and let Ezreal go, or Canyon just keeps going on this guy and then Ezreal goes up. But they can't do both people on that guy. And yeah, he ends up getting a little too much off that.
But Ruler and Canyon able to survive and start this one up. Gideon around.
Yeah, no, I'm taking so much damage. You're not gonna hit me. Okay. Yeah. That's enough. That's very alone is enough to hold you away.
So they still get it, which is actually phenomenal that they actually still got it. But the cost was losing 2 more people, which is not ideal. Especially because Yone is the one who's picking up the kills.
And they're just doing Baron. I mean, they have a lot of combo on everyone, so yeah, all 5 members, they call up Toby, and they say, okay, bring it.
This is so risky though, because if they reset, you know, Nongshim can just take the Baron, but they need to make things happen quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to just take it down. Nongshim are not calling the bluff just yet. The arrow hits the Leona, is in, goes the steal.
Shit.
Take the Baron.
Bring it.
Shit. So the first thing I gotta say is when they're pulling this Baron, they haven't addressed the waves, like, at all. Like, I think Set pushing out the bot gives him a natural shift timer, right? But look at their top, look at the vision. It's nowhere. It's nowhere to be seen. Like, they're basically just doing this because, like, oh, we have Otacon buff. We can do it. But the reality is, like, one, if you do die, they will take the Baron off you. Like, that still happens. Like, if you die, they get the Baron. So it's still a Baron flip. Like,
and now they're just doing Baron.
I don't.
They have Otacon buff
And you're not, again, you're not
everyone,
poking
so
anyone entering the
yeah,
pit
members,
in the area. So, like, you're taking a full 5v5 fight.
Though, if they reset,
No flank, by the way. No flank. I feel like Set, if you're doing this, why doesn't Set TP on the pink that's here? Just TP there. Who has flash? No flash. Flash. I mean, like, literally 4 out of 5 of our members have no flash, and they have flashes on their best champions. Yeah, I'm sure that's like the wisest decision.
On everyone, so yeah, all 5 members, they call up Toby and they say, okay, bring it.
This is so risky though, because if they reset, you know, Nongshim can just take the Baron, but they need to make things happen.
The Ezreal eat away. So I think at this point, the Yone's almost here. So they're waiting for the Yone, which I like. Because I did see an opportunity that looked pretty good for the Ashe Arrow, but I'm okay waiting. So now that Yone is in the sweet spot, he actually probably should wrap around this way with his E. I really wish they could get rid of this ward. But he can E over, and if they arrow correctly, it's really bad. Like, it's pretty bad for GenG.
They're trying to just take it down. Nongshim are not calling.
So he's getting in position. There's the Brahmar.
I mean, they're trying to just take it down. Nongshim are not.
Is it better to be on Set or Leo? What are their items? Oh, it's better to be Set, 100%. So the Set doesn't have... he doesn't have Sterix either, right? Oh, he does have Sterix. So he does have some tenacity.
Bring it.
This is so risky.
Set does have some tenacity.
If they reset, you know, Nongshim can just take the Baron.
Now Nongshim are.
Honestly, I'm definitely sending it towards Set still. I think that makes the most sense. And doing the Rumble R this way is probably most ideal because they have to get out, right? Like, they have to go out. The Ezreal now at this point is going to start just blasting people. So we'll see how Ruler does it.
Are not calling the bluff.
Oh, I don't like that.
Just yet the arrow.
I feel like at this point, it's clearly a turn.
They're trying
like,
to just take it down. Nongshim are not.
This Vi has flash. She's getting in. You're not stopping her. It's already way too late. So, like, the Ezreal should try to pump the Braum and, like, screw at these guys. And that's, like, the best way I can see this being played out. The Rumble R is pretty good. Naturally, Fisher's in here. Yeah, so, like, he swipes him. And they take it. And Chovy realizes he needs to buy time against the rest. And that's what he's doing.
And GenG just hand over the buff to the side of Nongshim. GenG trying to get a bit more, but already one withdrawal as well. They'll get a kill onto
honestly, I think NS could have played that a little bit better still.
Trying to just take it down. Nongshim are not calling the bluff just yet. The arrow hits the Leo.
I think he should just flash for it, no? I don't think he needs the Viar onto the Galio. Or maybe he does. But he should still be able to... I mean, the upside of it is that he doesn't get taunted, and there's not a way for him to get, like, just full-on CC'd.
Trying to just take it down. Nongshim are not calling the bluff. Just
Rumble has flash.
Hits the Leona, is in. Goes the...
Dude, low key, this Rumble actually could get in range to flash on all these guys, and it looks even better too.
There it is, Gideon, the perfect timing, and GenG just hand over.
Reset as well on one target, so big golden return. That's exactly what we want. Nongshim more than happy. And actually, what Gideon...
Yeah, I don't know. This was just sloppy by GenG. I mean, look again. Look at their vision. It's like just, it's a pink and it's a single ward. Like, it's not much.
But he was very happy, you could tell, with his play. It was very worth, right? That is the definition of hashtag worth, where you go in, you die, you get a kill on top of Baron.
Yeah, especially with the icon buff. You know, even though they didn't get, they didn't get all the golden flag and kill and GenG buff, the fact is GenG got a shoot buff, and what did they get from it? They got killed. They lost the badge in return, so I think Nongshim's very happy with this. Also, you look at the XP. Fisher level 16 highest in the game now. Baron's getting a lot of XP over. He's restarted online. Look at you now, Bloodthirster. The rounds on the Ash feel a lot more significant compared to that 2 item spike when you're kind of not as strong as Ruler was. Yeah. They're set up now for the
No
Dragon.
flash on Ash. No flash on Vi. Still no flash on Ezreal and Galio.
I mean, the teams have been brawling back and forth. It feels like we should have more kills.
There we
but there's been
go.
lots
Get
of
some
people
poke
running
down,
away
guys.
in a lot of these fights.
Okay, Nongshim chill. Gideon is pushing the wave mid. He's not there. Learn from the last situation.
He doesn't have Baron either, so obviously he has to be here for the fights. But yeah, I guess that huge wave in the mid turret anyway.
Oh, I love this setup though. Nongshim threatening this pincer. Oh, going in.
Yeah, I mean,
So
fourth, it feels like
they get some
chill.
poke.
Gideon is pushing the wave mid.
This is obviously way too late to deal with, so Set should just move here and stay here. And if they push him out, then he moves again, right? But during that whole time, you're slowly giving ground to poke. That's what you're doing.
He is
If
not
the
there.
Vi
Learn
pinches
from the
you,
last situation.
the Set's gonna interrupt the
Shit,
situation.
doesn't
The Set doesn't go to the
Baron
wave.
either, so-
Fuck the wave. This is the culprit here. This is why they get pushed out, because Chovy is screwing this up. Because
obviously he has to be here
now
for
this ground is
the
forfeited.
fight, but
now they're taking over
yeah,
this
he gets
spot,
that huge
and now
wave into the
Chovy is
mid-turret
cut off.
anyway.
Oh, I love this setup though. Nongshim kind of threatening this pincer. Oh, going in.
So like they're going
Yeah, I
in,
mean,
but
they're
like
gonna get a
Chovy's
taunt
not
on Gideon,
involved
but
in
you've
this,
already
and they know
overextended into
this.
the pit. The rest of GenG not
So
looking to
King just
follow up on
takes a
this one, as
ton
King
of
is very
damage.
low. It
Now
gets
Chovy
stolen
goes.
down by Canyon, and now we got Chaos here in the pit. Fisher not in a great spot. He's being focused down, and so is Jiwoo.
It's a really fucking good Rumble R. God, he's
bullied
cooking
by
him,
the
man.
Rumble.
Oh
Kingen
my
going in,
God, he got
will
cooked.
take out Ruler.
So
But you've all,
Oh, Nongshim kind of threat.
yeah, he gets that.
They
huge
just don't
wave
realize
into
it.
the-
That's
obviously
so
he has to be
wild.
here for the fight, but yeah, he gets that huge
dude, Ezreal has no
Huge
flash,
wave
by the
into the-
way.
mid turret anyway.
Oh, I love this setup though. Nongshim kind of.
Dude, there is some shit they could have done here that would have been really, really good.
Yeah, he gets that huge wave into the mid turret anyway.
For one, I think Ash should just arrow into the brush.
Oh, I
Like
love
once they
this
clear
setup,
this
though.
ward, I think she should just arrow into the brush. I think he can literally queue in, arrow, and I think these guys are screwed. I think these guys are mega inting because of what Chovy did. And they didn't go. Instead, they just lost self-awareness on like what's right, what's wrong,
Going in.
and
They're gonna get a
that's why
taunt
we
on
ended
Gideon,
with
But
this.
you've already overextended into the pit. The rest of GenG not looking to follow up on this one, as Keen is very
Because I mean,
low.
yeah, it just
gets
became a
stolen
flip.
down
Chovy's still
by
doing a good job,
Canyon.
despite
And
the
now
fact
we
that he
got
entered
Chaos here
prior.
in the pit. Fisher not in a great
Killer
spot.
fucking
He's
Rumble
being
R,
focused down, and so
right?
is
Like, the Rumble
Jiwoo.
R was
They do
amazing.
get the one kill, but now Ruler
And I like that he
being
recognized he
bullied
should
by
just
the
go on
Rumble.
Ruler.
Kingen going in, and we'll take out Ruler. And now it's thinking about taking this fight against Canyon. I don't know about this one, as maybe has overextended. Big shield though, and he is tanked.
I kind of wish the
Got
Braum
Ruler,
didn't leave him.
and
I
now
actually think they
thinking
could
about
have
taking
fought. Do you think they could have fought this? Because like if Braum walks over and cues them, it'll be pretty hard.
Maybe has overextended. Big shield though, and he's tanker than you'd imagine, but not enough.
He's competing, you know, and GenG also get the dragon pack of that, so they end up coming out ahead. I think ultimately the pincer put GenG in a comfortable position, then they move on to the dragon. And Keen's immediately like, oh, well, they're not threatening the flanks, we can push in. Jiwoo's getting a good amount of damage down, but then he ends up in the pit, he has no flash, he gets CC locked by Chovy, and things Fisher's there too. They actually get a good amount of damage back in return, but it's almost impossible to win a fight with. You know, two of your main carries are just getting CC bounce out by Set and a guy on hit Canyon. Just doesn't miss with the spears and that boosted execute damage. Kingen, he's doing a ton of damage in return, but he's speared by the leader.
Yeah, like you mentioned, if they had even just one of those other carries doing something in the fight and not just dying in the pit. I mean, they did a lot of damage. You got the one kill, I think, on Keen, but at the end of the day, you're not really getting enough value out of those two carries. And
I think having the summoners really important for Jiwoo in particular. You know, we've seen his team scrapping so often. I think summoners just constantly being on cooldown. But Fisher also being his flash at the start of that fight to avoid the taunt. I guess he was kind of the mindset, if I get this taunt, I'll eat everything. And then ultimately went down the end, he had no way of getting away. Crazy the amount of damage that both Kingen and Canyon did. You got to think Lily is like, get ahead, you know, heal bot maybe late game, that's how some LCK jungle player. Canyon is pumping the numbers.
yeah, he's got a license. He's one of the guys that does this now.
Crazy the amount of damage that both Kingen
So
and
Sen
Canyon
has the
did.
first
Just think Lily is
move,
like, get
which means
ahead,
this wave is
you know,
not a
heal bot maybe
contest.
late
Like we
game,
don't
that's how some
catch
LCK
this
junglers play it.
high.
Canyon is just pumping the numbers.
Yeah, he's got a
What is
Late game,
Leo
that's how
doing?
some LCK junglers play it.
Okay, Leo definitely
Canyon
can't just bar that way. It doesn't
Pumping the
work.
numbers.
yeah, he's got a license. He's one of the guys that does, as now and engaged here on a Gideon. He's just
Wow,
gonna
he
flash
got
away from
out.
that one.
What is the
He's
Leo
one of the
doing
guys
during
that
this
does,
time?
as now and engaged here
Yeah, he's still not in range.
Flash away from that one. Gio, meanwhile, not scared to run up to 5 of them as
Ooh, this is
down onto a couple of
this is kind of awkward.
Chovy not as tanky, bit of damage does go back. That will push
And,
away from this one.
I mean,
so,
like,
yeah. He's got a
they
license.
actually locked this guy up. What's the Ezreal
LCK
doing?
Junglers have played it, but can you get ahead? You know, heal both kids, and then ultimately Canyon did at the end because he had no experience.
His cleanse summoner is like bugged. I don't really know what's going on there, but I feel like if you know that the Rumble is gonna be late to this fight, shouldn't the Ezreal have more confidence to just walk up, especially when this guy's like doing this? Like the Ezreal's still just like auto attacking. Like why is he not just like clearly walking more into this? Like stop doing this. Stop auto attacking. If you want to Q, fine, so be it. I don't know if you're ease up, but like he needs to start pressuring and getting into position to pressure.
He's got a license.
He's not here. Like look how far he is. He's still not here. Now he's finally in position to do something. Like Ruler took forever, man. Took forever to do what he needed to do.
That will push motion away from this one. So again, pretty much testing each other in this.
The Rumble is getting so much value though. This guy's really cooking.
So if you're trading some of this mana, it's still gonna be hard to it's still gonna be hard to companion. But you, if he's not threatened, comes up down. He's constantly being well threatened.
He doesn't have flash, so he's just gonna get bullied here by a lot of numbers. He's a giant the face. Just no.
It is what it is.
If he's not threatened, comes up down. He's constantly being well threatened.
He doesn't have flash, so
like if you notice this timer, by the way, it's great by King, because King could go back bot, he could buy, he has Undying, which is not bad, but like, these guys think King is off the map. Technically, Set shouldn't even go top on this timer anyways. Funny enough. Like, once he pushes this, he should just go mid. There's no point to stay top. Go mid, we acquired this, like, contest, and yeah, it's definitely kind of spooky. So him dying just kind of... Jibu dying just kind of, yeah, I mean, they just get Baron.
I mean, he doesn't have flash.
Bulky. Keen, Chovy, Duro is a bulky front line.
Yeah.
Yon just pushed out bot. No one's showing top. Rangan's coming up in 30 seconds. Just don't walk in.
He doesn't have flash now.
Literally don't walk in yet.
Took a loss, and they're setting up a nice gank rush here. I say nice, maybe the opposite of nice here, as Lehens is going to get locked down and might just die here for their sins as the follow-up comes in, and Omshim are just kind of falling apart as the engage goes in. Fisher finally shows up, and Gio
nice flash.
Alive, but it is a 5v3 as they're just able to peel here for Fisher and take him down.
They got really scared.
Now, as well, like how much damage is
Fisher should just walk over at this point. Also, Ash did just volley.
Before he just dies.
Why would Fisher base?
Less than you'd hope.
I mean, he doesn't have flash now. Already took a loss, and they're setting up a nice.
I think they're playing too scared.
Is Gio attacking for before he just dies?
Less than you'd hope. Add the
they saw Galio push this out. Galio definitely could be moving. They actually don't even know if Galio is moving yet. He already could be in range. Jiwoo can't, like, full hit. Let's say that. Jiwoo can't full hit. They could stun him in time. I wonder if this is just int by them.
They're setting up a nice gank rush here. I say nice, maybe the opposite of nice here, as Lehens is going to get locked down and might just gank rush here. I say nice, maybe.
I feel like if Fisher was here, this would have been not the greatest for GenG.
Nice here, as Lehens is
I thought if Fisher was just involved in that play from the get-go, then they could have played more forward with confidence, and then maybe Leo just kind of just dies. But it doesn't turn out that way. And then that's... I assume the game off that. Like, they got Mountain Soul, they've gone... Each team's gone a Baron. And they took one in him with...
Massive front line now. I mean, so much engage as well, and nobody is dying here. I say that immediately Duro dies. They do have to follow up here on the engage, finally, from the side of Ruler, as Gio kind of left in no man's land. He does have the Zanya, so he'll survive for a bit longer. Ruler getting a bit low, but
Whoa! Wow! 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 Okay! Wow! That was crazy. Dude, that was a hell of a save. Like, Jiwoo was trying his best. His movement's doing alright. Zonya's. What a save, though. Like, you notice he actually stayed in this circle for as long as he could. Backed off just enough. Kingen tries to reach him, can't. Kills him. Now it's bad for these guys. He misses the Q.
Not able to finish off Jiwoo. The turret should go down as Toby's got a haymaker, will stay alive.
Man, he just got his CDs back, but dude, that was pretty close cover. But I would say, damn, dude, who the fuck's the MVP? Even though he had one fight I really didn't like, he played pretty well. Lehens, he didn't play bad. Gideon, I mean, dude, this is a hard choice. I might toss Chovy here though. Maybe, like, they depended way more on his engages compared to Duro. Duro was bad. Duro was not good. I like what I saw from Jiwoo, Hens, Kingen, even Gideon. Fisher was okay. But they all had a pretty reasonable games. I mean, like, at least he had his moments. Obviously, they got shit on in lane, but that was kind of the Nidalee lane split. I feel like the TP usage is a little weird in the early game by these guys at times. Not gonna lie, like some of their lane assignments early in the game are kind of off. I do think these guys need more confidence to take certain fights. And I think this guy just cannot be on engage champs. Like, I mean, I'm sure we're going to see more of it, but it's just, I don't have a lot of faith after seeing that game. But so far, as a game one start, it was much closer, despite that the early game was not... The early game matchups are not, like, the most ideal to progress. Yeah.